guys are seeing this, and it was not like it was yesterday. Hopefully, you guys can catch this transmission. We're trying to do a little bit of troubleshooting. It looks like you guys are on. Let me double check our social media feed over here, make sure that we're live there as well. Jumped on here just a little bit early. I see that you guys are coming on IG. Welcome to the FuNLiFe Community, right? This is where the cool kids hang out. Good morning. This is your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz. I am double checking to make sure that we are live over on our social media feed. And it looks like we are. Hercules. Not sure what that was yesterday, guys. I'm on here a little bit early. And so we're trying to do some troubleshooting. So you guys are now joining me. I appreciate you guys being on here with me. Some of you guys are going to catch the replay. Some of you guys know that we get started promptly right about 8 o'clock. I came on here a little bit early to troubleshoot some of these. I think I just had to restart my system. You know, that's one of the things about IT. One of the first questions they ask you, I know this because I call them all the time. And the first question they ask me, anybody want to take a hint? Anybody want to take a stab at it? When was the last time you rebooted or restarted your computer? I'm like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I don't want to, but I've had to do that. So today, guys, on today's wonderful Wednesday here in the FuNLiFe community, here we get to hang out with all the cool kids. So thank you for being on here. For those of you that jump on here at 8 o'clock, again, I'm a little bit early, but again, I was troubleshooting some of the stuff, some of the headaches that we were having with this thing. It's a new stream service, right? We're doing it. We're trying to get it all acclimated and all figured out. We've got some great guests coming on here on Friday. Here, let me look at my notes here. On Friday, I've got Steve Kribda from Florida coming on here. Following him, I've got Rich Grogan. He recently went to one of the big speech things that they had on by Grant Cardone. And then we've got the coach of all coaches, David Wright. In the works, we've got Bob Berg. We're also working with Bob Bodine. We just recently had Bob Titi. There's a lot of Bobs. But awesome people. We've got Brian Flanagan on the list. I'm trying to get in contact with Andy Andrews. Mark Batterson is still in the works. Bob Goff. We've got some local people that we're going to be trying to get in contact with. I'm going to try to get my social media coach on here, Laura Wells. She's going to be amazing. Dave Kaufman, Matt Dentino. We're all coming for you. Got Lisa Costa coming on board. Carlos Zambrano. A lot of you guys are going to be coming on here, so I appreciate you guys. Buenos dias, Esmeralda. Thank you for joining us. We're on here a little bit early just because we were trying to troubleshoot some of the issues that we were having with this thing. And so thankful for you guys that are showing up here this morning. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get this thing going, because today on Wonderful Wednesday, right, one of the regrets. This week, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the regrets that people have, the regrets of the dying. Now, the good news is if you're watching this, chances are you're still alive. I hope you are. And you're not some zombie just kind of going through life. And so one of the regrets that we talked about was, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings and speak my mind. Why not, guys? Why not have the courage to express your feelings and speak your mind? That's kind of a big deal. And you know what the antidote, you know what the cure for this is? It's right there in the title, right there. Right. It's somewhere. Living with intention. When you live your life out loud, right? I love this song. I'll see if I can't put that link in the comments section. I love the song from The Greatest Showman, right? Come alive. Come alive, guys, because whenever you come alive, what you're gonna find out is that there's so many things happening and going on in your life that you didn't see when your eyes were shut. Once you open up your eyes, it's like a whole new world. Once you have the courage, and you have to develop the courage by working at it day in and day out. And again, we've talked about this before in Mark Batterson's book. It only takes about 20 seconds of insane courage to be able to do that thing which scares you the most. And you're going to find out you're not going to die. So, okay, let's start to look into this quote right here, right? the antidote, right? This is the mindset behind why. Once you adopt a mindset of courage and authenticity in expressing your thoughts and your emotions, you're going to understand the importance of open communication, a dialogue. There's a very big word out there that a lot of people, once you get comfortable with this word, it takes on a whole new meaning. You ready? Vulnerability. Yeah, vulnerability. What you're going to find out that it's going to help to foster genuine connections. I did two presentations yesterday, one to a real estate group, another one to a small business networking group. And both of them, I was telling them, Gary Brecka, if you don't follow Gary Brecka, he talks about how we as human beings emit a certain frequency, and the highest frequency that we put out into the ether, that we put out into the universe, into the world, is the frequency of genuineness, right? Authenticity. That was Webster's Dictionary word of the year last year, was authenticity. And it's basically just genuineness. People want to be around people who are real. People, they're tired of fake. They're tired of that stuff. Find somebody that's going to be real, that's going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Find a friend that's willing to tell you the hard truth. Hey, listen, your breath stinks. Not stinks, stanks. You know the difference? It's rank. Okay, maybe went a little far to the north there. But here's the thing, guys. Once you have that ability, that communication, that vulnerability, you're going to be able to foster and create these genuine connections. Ephesians 4:15 says it this way. Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of him who is the head, that is Christ. Boom, shakalaka, right? So the motivation behind this, the what, right? The motivation is the what, the mindset is the why. So commit to speaking your truth and sharing your feelings with honesty and compassion, right? Embrace discomfort as a catalyst for growth and connection, knowing that authenticity cultivates those deeper relationships. Guys, that's what I'm talking about. I want you guys to be able to develop those real genuine authentic relationship. Prisma, buenos dias. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being on the show this morning. On the show. Appreciate you being here with us. Thank you guys for showing up. So listen, what's going to happen is whenever you have the authentic, when you are able to cultivate those deeper relationships, those are the people that you can call 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I need help. Hey, I'm in trouble. Hey, pray for me. Hey, this is what's going on. And unfortunately, I made a post the other day when we talk about our kids, right? We talk about our children. I think this generation, the older generation, my age group, late 30s, early 40s, who am I kidding? I'm mid 40s, maybe even late 40s. We've done an incredible job of protecting our kids, almost overprotecting them in the real world. Unfortunately, we've grossly underprotected them in the virtual world. And so now we're starting to see the repercussions and the effects of not having protected them virtually, because they get on these things and there's no telling what they're, there's some stuff on there that you can kind of, monitor what they're doing, monitor what's happening. But guys, you're going to have to be a little bit more intentional about that. And that's what we were talking about in both of those speeches that we made yesterday, is you're looking for authentic, genuine relationships, because at the end of this whole thing we call life, it's those relationships that are going to matter. And truth be told, you're going to need about 6 really, really, really good relationships, because that's about how many people it takes to carry a casket. Keep that in mind. Now, if you're going to get cremated, pues no importa, right? But don't get cremated, guys. Give these people some closure. All right. Anyway, so let's look at this one, right? The Proverbs 12:22 says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy." Guys, be that trustworthy. Be that trustworthy. Be that person that they know that they can call you and you're going to hear the truth. I have people that say, "Hey, I want to go grab some tacos with you. because they want to get some free coaching. That's okay. I will take some tacos for some coaching. I will trade you something of value. And a lot of times you just need somebody to tell you the truth. And I'm not afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. Not because I don't want to hurt, not because I want to hurt your feelings, because sometimes the truth is what's needed. The truth is what helps you grow to the person that you are supposed to become. So here's the thing, guys. This is the methodology behind how this whole thing works, right? Everybody likes to look at the methodology and almost wants to bypass the mindset and the motivation, but they all work together cohesively, right? You take those three circles. You got the mindset, the motivation, and the methodology, and right in the middle, like a Venn diagram where those three circles intersect, that's where the fun happens. That's where your focus goes, right? And so where energy flows, where focus goes, energy flows. And so that's that energy that we were talking about. I hope this is coming through to you guys. I'm trying. I'm getting better at this, a little slowly but surely. And so that's what's happening. That's what's going on right here. And so you're going to have to practice assertiveness and active listening in your interactions with others. Guys, don't listen to respond. We talked about this yesterday in both of those groups. 2 ears, one mouth. Unfortunately, too many of us think it's 2 mouths and 1 ear. How awkward would that be? They should be used proportionally. You know, you hear with your ear, but you listen with your heart. Guys, be active listening, intentional listening. You're going to be able to hear what's not, you're going to be able to listen to what's not being said. So think about that. And so create a safe space for honest dialogue and encourage others to express themselves openly. That's why these counselors are so busy, because people are having to pay to go and have somebody listen to them because their friends and their family are not. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with counseling. My wife works at a great counseling center. There's a lot of great counseling centers. In the next 5 to 10 years, guys, if you are a counselor, if you are a child psychologist, if you are in that field, you're going to have a lot. We're already overwhelmed in that space. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Go ahead and practice this on your own without having to be told. And you're going to find out that it's going to have a better. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you this. This is the guy that we're trying to get on the show, Bob Bodine, with both two chairs. If you will go ahead and get these 2 chairs and set them in your living room and sit down and actively put God in the other chair and have this conversation with him, I promise you, he's going to be able to take care of it way more than any counselor. He is the counselor, right? For unto us a child is born, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Guys, that's what we're missing in today's world, is that peace of mind. And truth be told, it's the peace of God that people are after. Bob Bodine also wrote this other book. If you're in business, if you're in sales, if you're in real estate agent, this book right here is going to completely help you revolutionize how you do business, how you market, how you network. Bob Bodine, The Power of Who. This is one of the books that we use in our coaching in the FuNLiFe community, right? Coaching. It's all powered by this guy right here, Mr. Zig Ziglar. But we rely heavily on a lot of the networks that we built through the Ziglar organization. So that's what's going to happen, you guys. James 1:119 says it this way: my dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Don't be angry, guys. No te enojes. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Don't be angry, guys. If I can leave you guys with anything on this wonderful Wednesday, right? Isn't it awesome? Now, beautiful, sunny. That's why I had my sunglasses on earlier. But 45, really? 45 degrees on April 3rd? Isn't that nuts? So anyway, so I'll leave you with this, because if you're going to live with intention, right? Mr. Ziglar had the perfect quote. He said, you don't have to be great to start. Thank goodness. But you do have to start to be great. Look, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you learn to do it better. Quit waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect season, for the perfect opportunity. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. You just have to go start where you're at with what you got and just move along, right? Here's another quote by Albert Schweitzer. He said, "Success is not the key to happiness." You ready? Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, if you love what you are doing, you will be successful. And again, to borrow and steal from Dale Carnegie, he said people are rarely successful at anything that they don't have fun doing. I'm paraphrasing. That's my interpretation of it. But if you don't have fun in doing what you're doing, and that's why we call this the FuNLiFe Community, because once you've put in the work, once you've put in the effort, once you've done the hard things, right? If you discipline yourself to do those things that you need to do, when you need to do them, the day, the time, the season will come that you can do what you want to do when you want to do it, guys. But it takes hard work. We can't get to the fun unless we've earned the right to be there, and it takes a lot of hard work. If you've ever had any of my coaching, any of my training, you know that I'm going to hit you with both barrels, and I'm going to make sure that you get the foundation. That's why we always start with this book, Choose to Win, because it covers the 7 key areas. I added an 8th of life that we've got to have that balanced success, right? It's no good, and that's why I'm working on my physical journey. It's no good to be financially independent and financially successful if you die of a heart attack next week because you didn't take care of those things that you could have. Guys, we have to take care of ourselves. We get one shot at this thing, one shot. And so that's what I'm on here trying to help you with. That's what I'm trying to do with you guys. So appreciate you guys that come on here live every single morning. I love the fact that you guys are putting in the comment section when you watch the replay. Thank you guys so much for that. And let's do one thing. Let's do a little bonus here, right? We talked about a little bit about this yesterday. Matter of fact, we were talking about embracing change. And when we talk about change, a lot of people let their thinking stop them from going forward. And it's not. It's all tied to your attitude. And Mr. Ziegler said this. This is the bonus for today, right? He said it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that's going to determine your altitude. Matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example of this. I got an email from my coach this morning. He said he was telling us of a story. He said that in a small town there was a garden, neglected and forgotten, overgrown with weeds and devoid of life. One day a stranger passed by and saw the garden's potential beneath the neglect. With permission from the owner, the stranger began to tend to the garden. Day by day, with care and dedication, the garden transformed. Where once there were weeds, now bloomed flowers. Where once there was decay, now thrived life. The garden became a symbol of hope and renewal, not just for the owner, but for the entire town. Guys, this story mirrors our journey through life. Sometimes we find ourselves in need of renewal, of someone to see the potential in us when we cannot. It's a reminder that with faith, care, dedication, transformation will happen with it. It's going to happen. You're so close. You're so close to being the person, the best version of yourself that you always wanted to be. And we don't do that for us. We do that for others. And whenever we had Jackie Liston on the show, I remember him talking about joy. And that is the one thing that I love doing. I've now kind of just coined it. He started it. I'm just going to run with it. You cannot spell Johnny without joy. Joy. Johnny, right? Joy. If you hang around me long enough, we're going to find that inner joy. We're going to find that inner peace. We're going to find that thing that you do, right? And your gift, your talent in this world is going to be that thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. I can help you to find out how to monetize that. That's right? Love what you do so much that you'd be willing to do it for free. Do it so well that people will pay you for it. Okay, Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hey, join me tomorrow on Thankful Thursday, where we're going to be talking about gratitude. Let me see what the next regret is going to be. The next regret that we're going to be talking about is going to be, I wish I had let myself be happier and expressed gratitude for the blessing in my life. How awesome is that going to be on Thankful Thursday? And then on Faith Your Fears Friday, we're going to have Steve Kribda, which he recently went through some things that he was able to overcome. And I can't wait to hear the stories that he has for you guys. You're going to learn from somebody else other than me, because we're on the same trajectory. We're part of the same team. Again, we're both Ziegler Legacy certified speaker, trainers, and coaches. He happens to be in the Florida area. So we're going to bring him on with us this Friday. So be with us here Friday. If you can't catch it live, always catch the replay. All righty, guys, we are out of here. Adios. Did it end? Oh, there it is. Okay, now for real, we're out of here.